Exiles. This is for ps4. Today we're going to be making a starting character. I'm on my own server. I'll be using this one just to show you guys what to do, where to go, all that. You know, some good locations I've found. Alright, so let's get into it. Oh, well. What kind of character do I'll be a guy. Alright, here you can pick which kind of character you want to make. Hyborians. Right there, they worship Bori, but that's not a religion that we can get. Chimerians, ancient Atlanteans. That's pretty cool. Stygians. They're priests of Set. Himalayans. And, you know, you just go through this, find a description that sounds pretty cool to you. I'm not going to read all of them, because that would take a few minutes. I usually go with the Chimerians, just because they're descendants of ancient Atlanteans, and that sounds pretty cool to me. But I also go with Set as my avatar a lot. So do I want to be a Stygian? I mean, it doesn't really matter what you pick as far as the race. Now these are the religions that you can get. You got Mitra, big golden statue looking guy is the avatar. His and all of these usually give you a weapon. I know of 3 of them of what the weapons are. Mitra gives you a sword, a one-handed sword as the weapon. And the avatar is a big golden statue. Next you got Set, and as you can probably tell from the picture right there, it's a big snake. It's pretty cool. What he gives you as the weapon are daggers, and those are what I usually use, just because they make you bleed, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. Next you have the Yogg. He does he does cannibalism. I'm not quite sure what he gives you as the weapon. Guys, check that out. Then you got the Ymir. I think I'm saying that right. His weapon is a axe, and it's pretty cool. You can even use the axe to get use that to get ice shards, and but that's later in the game. Oh, I forgot. Yogg is a giant tentacle thing. I mean, he's a giant tentacle-looking squid. Next, you got Turketo. She's a two-faced goddess, which half of her face is skeleton, the other half is kind of a hot chick. So, and she breathes this gaseous thing that she sucks. But in my opinion, she's just not good. There are other channels that show all the avatars and what they do. I've used her. She's not good, in my opinion. Or you can go with the Crom religion, and he gives you nothing. This is if you don't even want to worry about religion. In my opinion, I don't go with that because I mean you don't get anything. At least with these, you get a cool kind of specific weapon, um, and getting a summoning your avatar later in the game is pretty cool. So, I'm gonna go with Set just because I usually do. He's not. It's not that hard to make the coins and the weapons and all that stuff. So this is your
Death is coming.
this is your voice. You
The
can
gods
choose,
are watching.
you can choose what you sound like.
Death is coming.
Cut me down, please. Death is coming.
Cut me down, please.
Cut me down, please.
The gods are watching.
The gods are watching.
I usually go with learned because these three just sound weird. So I usually go with learned. Here, you can choose what your face looks like. Give it a second for the details to come in. I usually go with the third or the fourth option. I think that looks best. You got your color of your skin. You can go from Edward Cullen White to that, like charcoal crispy. I usually stick with this, with the third one. That looks normal to me. Here you have all your hair options. Ooh, yes. Wow. That looks like something from Tekken. Mm-hmm. Because nothing's worse than being exiled to the desert lands and having that haircut. Nope, I take that back. That's worse. Wow. Okay. I'd exile you too. Ooh. Mullet. Bald. Military haircut. And that four-armed guy from Mortal Kombat. Oh no. No, no, no. Well, that's cool. Or I like that. You can choose your hair color. Pretty self-explanatory. Just check them out, see whatever you like. Ooh, eyebrows. Get them eyebrows on fleek. Or no eyebrows and look like you have cancer. If you are watching this and you have cancer, I'm very sorry. Facial hair. All colors, what do we got? Beard. Bigger beard. Almost wizard. Mountain man. Suave wizard. Khal Drogo. Meh. We're gonna go with that. Eyeshadow, usually for the girls, but I like to put that on because I'm usually more like a double-bladed kind of guy. I think that would look cool. Alright, that's it for the face details. Next you go on your body. Choose how tall you want to be. Gargantuously tall. Or a hobbit. Partial nudity, no nudity. This one has partial. Your physique. How ripped you are. Very subtle changes. But they're there. Yas. How big you want your boobs. Oh, good. And once you're done, you finalize. Here hangs the Stygian, condemned to death and exile for bribing a watchman, cultural appropriation, and lecherous behavior. Yeah, that sounds about right.
During the year of the Cobra,
Nope. Alright, here, start out. Where you start out, it kind of depends. There's a bunch of places you can start out. But you're going to start out, and on the map, you are going to be anywhere down here. So, that's where you start out, and to get quick into leveling, those journey points up there are things that you have to do to get big chunks of experience. Your first things, if you want to gain some quick points, kick, see, roll, run up to this guy.
Behold, bonded one,
Boom.
the very boundaries of civilization. Beyond the passage of our highways lie the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other. You cannot pass into the endless wastes enslaved.
Why not?
Your bonding prevents it.
Lame.
Return. Follow the road. Any road. All roads lead to the city.
Oh, if only I looked like that in real life. Oh. Okay, so once he's done talking, you'll notice I've gained 6 levels already, and that's just by doing 3 things. But like I said, my server is boosted with the experience, just so I can get as high up there as quickly as possible for you guys. But it's still good when you start out to do those quick journey things, figure out what you need to do. If you go and interact with this thing, you'll find signs of intelligent life. Kicking and dodging are quick ways to get up in a level or 2. And also climbing. Easy. And see, I already gained another level. I restarted my server. And these are your attribute points, however you want to play. I usually go with, I'll start out on all of them, but accuracy, that's for a bow and arrow. I don't like bow and arrows in this game. But it's up to you however you want to do this, but these are your attributes. Strength, how much you do in melee damage, you know, what you do with weapons. Agility, how fast you move and dodge with your armor and how much weight that they put on you. Vitality, how much health you have. Accuracy, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. Grit is your stamina pool. Your stamina pool is that yellow bar up there. It goes down with almost everything that you do. Grit determines how big that is. I'll usually put, I always put stuff in grit. Not a lot, but enough. Usually up to the first node right there. So that I can get that perk right there, the strong grip. Then you have encumbrance, is how much weight you can carry. That's a pretty important one with all the grinding that you're going to have to do for the game. to get materials for building or whatever. Yeah, I gained another level just by not doing anything. Survival. Survival is how much you gain health with eating food and your survival conditions. Oops. I usually do this up to the first node sometimes because you get the raw and bloody perk, which means you don't have to cook food in order to eat it. If you eat raw food, you get food poisoning, which is bad. I usually go that one up onto the first node so that I don't have to cook food. I can just kill stuff, get the meat, eat it. And I will go up into the first node for survival, agility, and then I will break it down between great encumbrance, vitality, and strength for a nice balanced person. That's usually what I do. These are your feats, what you can do with your points. Now, every time you level, you get points. Recipes that you learn that you can build. Your first ones that usually you're going to want to do boxes for storing stuff. You need foundations in order to build your bases. And spending a knowledge points, that's what those are, get you another feat, got me another point because I leveled. But like I said, you're going to need foundations in order to build, and you're going to need to learn upon those foundations skills in order to build better stuff. So just like this is the apprentice mason, you're going to have to know that in order to learn the journeyman mason. So your requirements are right there. You have to know that in order to learn, to keep learning. So learn that. Campfires, those are always good to learn, but you need to learn them if you don't have the raw and bloody attribute under survival. Once you learn that, you don't need fires anymore, but I don't have that yet, and I'm going to need to cook food. Got sword, bow. Like I said, I don't use I use daggers, so I'm going to learn the stone daggers. And torches. Torches are good to have for at night. You're not going to be able to see anything. And it later teaches you how to learn torch bearers. Those are cool for your house. They look nice, and you get standing torches. You can put them in the ground anywhere and illuminate your area. That way you're not walking around in the dark. Stairs, you're going to need to learn stairs. So learn that. And big campfire, it does the same thing as a little campfire, but it looks kind of cool. It's kind of cosmetic, but it also lets you cook food, and yeah. So I learned that. And sandstone fences. These keep things out. On my server, I'm the only one that's in this server, so I'm not gonna have to worry about that, but I'll get it just to show you all. Thatch roofs, they look pretty cool. Use them with grass, or you make them with grass and I think branches. It's just a type of roof if you want to make. It's not that bad looking, so show you all. Now let's get started. Now I gotta boogie over to some water. All this talking and my water has gone down. So I'm gonna be ooh, wait. Water skin. Now depending on where you spawn in, you'll find this sealed water skin. The sealed water skin already has some water in it, which is good. And you also get a journey point for drinking. Didn't really take my drinking up any, which sucks. So I gotta hoof it over to the water, over here, or I'm going to die. And that would not do good well for the video if talking to you all, explaining things, and I die. So. While I'm around, I'm going to be picking up some materials that I know I'm going to need. Stone and branches, they make your very first tools. He doesn't harm you, no matter what, no matter how close you get to him.
Gods curse this sandstorm.
Pick up this thing. You can't do anything with this body, which you could.
Before the wind scoured
but
the
you can't.
skin from our faces. There is something in the storm. Beasts. We hear the skittering of their paws outside the ruins, and their howls mingled with the screaming winds. The men are scared. I've put them to work crafting rudimentary weapons and torches from the loose stones and rough plants that dot this place. I've yet to meet a beast that liked fire, or the bite of the axe.
Alright. Like I said, I'm picking up some branches. They make your... Let's get some clothes on my guy. And get some tools. Go in here. This is your crafting. It shows you what materials you need to make what. I made the pickaxe, the hatchet. Every recipe that you learn will come into here. You know, and it shows you what you need to make it. So, you're going to need, I'm going to need a lot of twine. So, make twine. Now, like I said, my server, I've tweaked the settings. You don't craft that fast in regular play. I don't need those anymore. So, just be aware of that. You don't craft anywhere near that fast in regular play. Make a couple of fireplaces. Alright. And where's the... There they are. Make my daggers. Get a dedicated weapon. And boom, look at that, another journey step made. Now I have a very specific way I like to set up my stuff. This is your wheel. It shows you what you have on hand. You pick stuff by pulling up on the ps4. It is R1. Pull up R1, right trigger, move it, analog or right stick moves to what you want, and you pick it up. And water. Beautiful. To fill up your water skin, you pull it up on the wheel, highlight it while facing water, and it fills it up. Alright, so and if you're ever wondering what you should do next in the game, always look at your journey right there. That tells you what you're gonna need to do. See, got another thing, and I'm already level 14. But we're not gonna worry about that. Put some more in my character. Boom. Alright. Now let's go to the feats. See what else I can build. Now if you go all the way over to the magnifying glass, this shows you every recipe that is in the game. Every major recipe, and then from there each thing's gonna have its own recipes inside. This is what I can learn. Right, everything that's brown is everything that I can learn. Red, things that I can't learn yet. Green, things that I already have. You know, pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going to want to learn light armor. And this is your furnace, and it teaches you, you can also make the blacksmith bench. that you're gonna need to learn carpenter's bench, artisan's workshop, make stuff for your house base. Iron pick. As you get up in the levels, you can learn better recipes for things. The first thing that you learn, besides the rudimentary stone, is iron. You get those from mining iron stone. And you'll find abundance of those once you get past the river here. If you stay down here, it's not very advisable just because there's not a lot of resources to mine from in this area down here. You're going to want to get past this river right here. Once you get past this and you start going up into here, everywhere, you're going to find a lot more resources. And just as a side note, right here, right where the red dot is, I usually set up base and camp right there. That set me up until for mining. You can get everything you need for a long time right here. I'm pretty sure there's other areas in the map that you can also do it, but right there, great place to start out. You'll get coal for your furnaces and everything, for fuel for making things, ironstone, there's a bunch of it, animals that you can get, leather, bone, meat. You can put little fish catching things in this river, get fish for later recipes. And even over here, there's a boss battle. Over here, there's a big ass alligator you can fight. If you do kill him, you're not going to be able to get what's in the chest though until level 60. You're not going to be able to open up the legendary. No, I pulled my microphone out. Sorry about that. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get what's in the legendary chests until level 60. So you can kill them, they'll give you experience, but there's really no point. So you can just work this area, upgrading your base, mining materials, grinding, getting, making recipes for more materials. Everything that you really need to do up until you get to the black ice on the inventory, you can get in that area. Now your black ice is, I think, tier 4. Alright, we slayed something. That's one of the journey steps. You kill something. Get him. We need hide, which, yes. Next you're going to want to do is find a shelter. And you find a shelter. I'm going to have to kill... there's a big guy. I'm going to want to kill him, get some meat. Something is chasing me. Make an enemy bleed. Like I said, daggers do that really well if you do the heavy attacks. This right here is the heavy attack. Beautiful. There you go. There's another one. They make you bleed, or they make enemies bleed with every heavy attack, and bleeding makes them die faster. So, there's the light attack with the daggers. You do one stab, other stab, and then both. I don't like it. You can get hit. So I always do the heavy attack. Feral flesh. Can use that. Now that I've got some meat. Let's cook some stuff. Now, get the meat out of your wheel, put it back in your inventory. In order to get something out of your wheel and back into your inventory, go to an empty slot in your inventory, highlight what you want to take out, and it puts it there. To put it back, same thing, just reverse. I don't like bugs. You don't need those. So open your campfire. In order to cook something, you got to put a fuel in. Fuel's wood, branches, coal, oil, things that you would think would be fuel for a fire. Put them in there, and then you press. You have it open, and on the ps4, L2, and you're cooking. Ooh, I gotta fix my fuel time. That is no bueno. If you're in a server, you want to change the settings. I'm gonna go. You're not looking at me. I'll change that later. But if you rent your own server, you can make password protected, become admin, change settings as you see fit whenever. So, well, that's this looks like a good little place to make a starting little base. So, all right, let's get some stuff. I'll get out my pickaxe and beat the crap out of some stone. Ooh, I am hungry. You're gonna want to watch the level of your hunger and your thirst. If those go all the way down, you're gonna start dying. So just be careful of that. Always keep an eye on that. And beautiful. Alright, if you grab too much stuff, more than what you can carry, you're going to be over encumbered. And if you try to run, it uses a lot of stamina. You don't walk as fast as you do, you walk kind of casually. So if you're trying to run away from something that's chasing you, you're over encumbered, just be well aware that you're not going to be able to. Really the only way to get away fast is to roll. But rolling uses 1/4 of your total stamina. So just be wary of that. But let's get started on making a base. Now I need wood. Now, like I said, you come over here to crafting, and each thing that you can craft shows you what you need in order to craft that. So for sandstones, I need 35 stones and 5 wood per sandstone foundation. So, get my axe, and we're going to chop down some trees. And we're just going to make something real quick, just to show you the basics of how to craft. So let's craft some stuff. When you craft, if you have an empty slot on your wheel, it's going to automatically go to that empty slot, whether you pick something up or you craft it. So it automatically came down to my bottom slot, and if you see right there, it highlights where on the map you can put it. If you can't put it there, you get that X. So, in order to make it bigger, you press triangle, and you can make it bigger or smaller. Press R1 to set it down, and what it's going to do what is called snapping. It's going to snap, usually snaps to the next location that you can build on. So, if you run out, but you still have the materials to make it, you don't always have to go to the menu like this, highlight it, and make it. You don't always have to do that. What you do, bring your wheel up, highlight the thing, and press select, and it automatically makes another one. Boom. Alright, we got a foundation down. From there, that is what you build upon. You know, self-explanatory what a foundation is. From here, you're going to want a doorway, some walls. Now each wall type has ones with windows and ones with no windows. Do a couple with windows and the rest no windows. Everything that you craft you get experience for. So a good little cheat for later for getting experience. If you get a bunch of materials and you just craft a crap load of stuff, you're gonna get experience for it. So highlight my walls because I don't need those anymore. Now there's my door. It says outer face. You can read it right. That means what's going to be facing you. And each side looks different. So put that there by pressing R1. There's my doorway. And window. Window. And the outer face. I can't read it right, so I know it's facing the other way. Beautiful. Alright, now I need more. So I'm going to highlight that bottom part. Build more walls. Boom, boom, and last one. Beautiful. Now, you may notice that there's still some sand in here. That's not going to go away, which is fine with me. I mean, I kind of like it, especially if there's grass. It looks kind of cool. That's because I put the foundation lower right here than what the hill is right here. So some of the sand is underneath, but it's still high enough that you can build upon that. Next, you're going to want to make ceiling and a doorway. Now, you automatically, once you learn the Apprentice Mason, you learn how to make a simple wooden door. And you're going to need that if you don't want people just moseying on into your place. Get rid of those. Put that in the bottom. And doorway. Open it up. Close it. Now, alright. Now some things, if you make a chest, you can lock it. You have to do that. It doesn't automatically do it. If you don't lock your chest, anybody can go in there and steal what's inside. So just remember that. Now, I learned how to make the thatch. What you need with that is branches and fiber. Tells you right there. I think it looks nice. So we're going to make a thatch roof. That comes up. And it highlights where it's going to go. Sometimes you got to look pretty closely as to how it's going to turn out. And boom, see? That looks nice. And that's... Alright, I haven't used that one before, so... No, we're going to be taking that off. In order to take something off, you make sure you're standing close enough to it. PS4, you press and hold square and dismantle, and it gives you some of the materials back, not all. So we're gonna get rid of these that we're not using anymore, and this one, which is the sloped rooftop corner. So I'm gonna make 3 of those because I have. Well, that's all I can make, but I have 4 corners. So, put those in the corner. And I'm going to need some more fiber and more branches. So, grab some fiber. Because you always need you can always use it for rope or you know, anything. Branches only gave me 1. That's all right. Beautiful. Actually, actual branches. So that's good. And again, remember, you're not going to get this many materials unless you go on a server where somebody's upped the settings. Normally, you're just going to pick up 1. So, be prepared for that. And you know, let's make this with a balcony on it. I think that would look pretty nice. So in order to do that, in order to get to the balcony, we're gonna have to get rid of this corner. Ugh. So get rid of that corner. We're gonna have to finish the roof. So come over here. The piece that connects to those is the sloped roof. I'm going to need at least 3. Boom. Two. And I am over encumbered, so I can't walk very fast. 3. No, I'm going to need 2 more. But we're going to do that after I start the makings of the balcony. Now, to get a balcony, you're going to need ceiling pieces to go over to walk. Because you can walk on ceiling pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll make 6 of them. Get some pillars going. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Now everything that you build is going to have stability. You're not going to be able to see the stability unless you make... Where is it? Unless you make this right here, the repair hammer. If you make the repair hammer, it shows you exactly what the stability is. And pull it up. And each piece has stability, it goes up. Now you want, in order to have full stability, it's 100. The further out you go, the lower that it's going to get. Now if I were to add another ceiling tile, it would go to 40, and then 20. And once you get to 20, you can no longer build on it anymore. You're going to have to add something to up the stability to at least 60, I believe. Preferably 100. So in order to get this up, pull my pillar out. And we're going to attach it on the ends. And you want the pillar to connect with the ground. As you can see right there, it's not. So I moved it so that the next pillar would automatically snap to that and goes into the ground, which brings my stability up to 100 for this piece. And boom, there you go. Full stability. Now, let's finish making this roof. Beautiful. We're gonna need some let's cap off this roof. No. There we go. One. There. And our roof is done. So in order to get from there down to here, we need some stairs. Stairs. Of course. Make some stairs, go up to the balcony, and look. That's pretty. Now if you want to close that off, you're going to need what is sandstone walls. So you need a left and a right. Just like that. Now if you want, you can make a doorway. Doorway. And door. And look. Cute little house. Very small, but it's just something for the beginning. Because you're going to want to, you know, get something pretty quick. Now, like I said, get past this river. But this is just to show you real quick, easy way to make a small beginning house, and from here you can either upgrade it, you know, build upon it, make it bigger, however you want to do. And to finish this off, you can make some fence pieces. That way you're not falling off the edge. And it looks nice. Put that in the wheel. And there you go. You can put whatever you want up in here. Anything that you feel like crafting. You can put your furnace, some benches, whatever you want to do. And there you go. First house made, first character. Alright. Well, that's it, guys. Until later. Maybe go find another permanent spot for a base later, but that'll be another video. Alright, y'all. Until next time.